Approved in December. 25 states are now sending out bonus SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps. I have all the details and the new updated list right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, I have an exciting update for you, as 25 states have now signed on to sending out bonus SNAP benefits for millions of low-income Americans all across the country. Now, just a couple days ago, I was out in a separate video talking about the current list at that time, which was at 13 states. Well, just in the last few days here, the list has nearly doubled up to 25 and likely going to be more to come. Well, I have that list for you here in the video, so let's get right into it. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, and most importantly, what's out there for you to grab and or take advantage of, including money, benefits, raises to benefits, checks, programs, stimulus, or how all of this is going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course, just so you can stay updated with what's going on as things are changing so incredibly fast. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and always remember, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that's my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, let's get into it and talk about the list that we've all been waiting for, because honestly, a couple days ago when that list of 13 came out, I thought, uh-oh, this isn't very good. I don't like only 13 states being included. Well, as I mentioned in that video the other day, I said I would not be shocked at all if this list is updated yet again and we get a lot more states added. Well, sure enough, in the last few days here, we've been getting a lot more states added. In fact, we went from 13 to 25, nearly doubled. And again, I would not be surprised at all if we see a couple more states added to this list. However, I'm going to be fair with you at the same time. If we see more states added to this list, it's probably only going to be a couple more, if any. But again, this is a way better list than what we were seeing just a couple days ago. However, I want to share something else with you really quickly here, because honestly, according to what I'm seeing here right now, this likely will be going on for much, much longer with these extra SNAP benefits. However, as we've also discussed, this is on a month-by-month basis. So unfortunately, we don't have like a long-term outlook on this as far as, these 25 states will be going for the next 4 months. We don't know that. Unfortunately, this is a month-by-month basis. So again, every single month we need to get the new updated list. I wish I could say this list today is going to be for the next 4 or 5 months, but rather, we don't know that for sure. But again, based on some things that are transpiring right now and some new information that is coming out, I can say this much: the probability of these states going on for probably the next 4 to 5 months is probably pretty good. And again, I want to share that with you really quickly here. So here's what's going on. Because of the situation right now, we know that the Public Health Emergency Declaration, this declaration that was put in place way back in January of 2020, so almost 3 years ago, is when this declaration was put in place. Well, as a result of that, every 90 days, they continue to extend this thing out. Well, a couple weeks ago, they came out and informed us that they would likely be extending yet again from the January 11th deadline, or expiration, I should say, as of right now. They're likely going to push it out another 90 days beyond that, out to April 13th is what the likely new expiration date is going to be. However, I'm going to be fair with you again right now. That has not been official. I have not seen that officially announced, but rather this is the speculation and this is the talk as of right now, but they have not formally came out and announced it going to be being extended out until the 13th of April. But again, it's likely going to be happening, considering we did not get that announcement a couple weeks ago saying it's going to be expiring on the 11th of January. Therefore, they told us that they were going to give us a 60-day notice before the cancellation and or the expiration. They didn't give us a 60-day notice. Okay, so no 60-day notice would make me feel like this could make us give us the assumption that maybe this will be extended out yet again, and realistically, based on history and based on what they've done in the past, this is probably very highly likely. So the little silver lining to this whole thing is this is likely going to continue on until probably mid-April. But again, no promises. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just simply telling you, based on everything I'm watching, everything that I've been watching here around this topic for the last 2.5, almost 3 years now, this is what continues to happen. And again, the cards are playing out right now that this is likely going to be the same situation that we saw here over the last several months. Realistically, the last 6, 8, 9, 10 months or so, we've been seeing the same situation play out. So wouldn't be shocked again to see that. That's very, very good news for a lot of people. Now, you might be wondering, what is this extra SNAP benefit allowance? Let me break this down for you really quickly, because I've had a few people reaching out to me asking, am I included? How much is this actually going to be? Here's really what it comes down to. And again, this all comes into effect way back in early 2020 when things were really different, right? I mean, can you imagine? That was almost 3 years ago already when we started going to all this chaos that's currently still kind of happening, right? Weird. I mean, seriously, where'd the last 3 years go? Yeah, bonus question, anybody. Where did the last 3 years go? If anybody can show me where the last 3 years went, I'll give you a cookie. I mean, seriously, I'm not really sure what happened here, but the last couple of years have been nuts, right? But here's basically what it comes down to. So when it comes down to SNAP benefits, whatever your household allowance is, so again, SNAP benefits are based on how many people are in your household, right? So if you're qualified for SNAP, it's based on a number of people in your household, okay? So whatever your maximum household allowance would be, if you're already getting the maximum allowance, this would actually allow you to get an extra $95 on top of your household allowance. So again, whatever that happens to be, it's different for one person, it's different for two, it's different for three, it's different for four, whatever your household size is, that kind of depends on how much you're going to get on a monthly basis. However, if you're already getting the maximum household, then you could possibly get another $95 on top of that as a result of this extra allotment going out from these 25 states. So pretty cool stuff. However, let's just say that you're not getting the extra or you're not getting the maximum already. This would entitle you to getting the maximum benefit in your household size. So pretty cool, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it actually does translate into quite a bit more money for a lot of people. Now, don't get me wrong. I totally get it. A lot of people need far more than this, and we all need this in the form of maybe like cash money rather than money loaded onto your EBT card. But at the end of the day, whether you get extra benefits or you get a check in the mail or a check deposited into your account, I mean, at the end of the day, it all comes down to the same thing. Money in your possession that you get to spend on other things. And in this case, it just so happens to be food. Well, if that means that you're not spending your other money from maybe your fixed income benefit like Social Security, retirement, SSDI, survivors, VA, or all of these other SSI benefits, any of these benefits like this, if you're not spending that money on food because you're getting the extra allotment out of SNAP, it just means that you can use that extra money from your monthly benefit and you can spend that on something else, or maybe if you're lucky you can maybe save a couple dollars every month. However, that's why I said lucky, because realistically these days with prices where they are and prices inflated as much as they are, yeah, saving money for a fixed income beneficiary, good luck, right? Yeah, I think we can all understand that, right? Not very feasible for a lot of people. Anyway, just want to give a quick explanation to that because I've had a few questions coming in on that over the last couple months here, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to explain it really, really fast here. So that's what it really comes down to. Anyway, with that being said, I want to bring my wife, Corey, in. Many of you here in the community know Corey. She stops by every so often. She does some reading for me. But again, I'm going to have her come in really fast here and read the list of 25 states. And again, this is just for December 2022 as of right now. The new list for January will be released in probably, right around the 1st of January is generally when they come out with the new updated list for the following month. Usually it's about 3, maybe 4 or 5 days before the beginning of the month. But as you noticed just a couple days ago with that list that I had out, the 13 states, that was like, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, something like that. And at that time, I only had 13 states on the list, okay? So in the last 2-3 days, we've gotten 25 states now. So you can see here, in this case, it's like 2-3, it's like basically right at the beginning of the month is when we're getting this whole updated to the list, right? So very important. Anyway, I'll bring you that new updated list for January as we get it, but this one is just for December right now. Again, enough out of me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. And with that being said, thanks so much for joining me. Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays. And again, let's bring Corey in right now, and she'll read that list to you. Enjoy your day. I'll catch you again later in the next one. All right, Corey, take it away, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you for now. See you.
Alabama, California, Colorado, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wisconsin.